The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman on this Thursday, the 16th of October, mid-month. And I think the Dow is telling us, I said to subscribe to my opening call, I think these next 2 days are going to give us a really good feel for the trading boundaries for this particular period, this last 2 weeks of the month coming up. And I've drawn in the rectangle. Normally, I'm a little bit generous in the very first opening salvo with the parameters, and I'm just giving you a kind of a wide rectangle formation with the high of yesterday, which was at 46,693. It's kind of underneath that is there's a lot of resistance. Actually, what I'm talking about is, should I do that? I'll wait. And underneath it, you can go all the way down to the low of 45,452. From the action that I'm looking at today, I'm going to already start to narrow this rectangle to the high that was made 3 sessions ago at 46,522. And the support, just initial support, right here with the low that was made yesterday of 46,027. So the Dow right now is up 51 at 46,303. The S&P, let's go to the S&P right now. The S&P is up 15 at 66.85. Here again, I'm going to start to lower the rectangle. I like to do this as a technique that I demonstrate in my webinars right there. So that makes the upside resistance at 67.24, and the downside support initially is at 66.12. The QQQ, same thing, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I didn't draw in the rectangle. I thought I had, but I didn't. So for that, I'm going to do this slightly different. I'm going to start off, I'll give it another day, but I'll start off with the larger parameter, which is that ugly candle from, was it Friday? Yep, Friday. I have 611.75. Oh, 613.18. Did I not change that? 613.18. I'll change it right now. 3.18. There you are. And a low of, let's go to 590 just for the moment. Why? Because I want to show you that I'm going to narrow it to the baseline of that candle yesterday, which is 595.93, and to the body of the candle on Friday, which was actually being generous, but I'll still go to that level, which is going to go to 611.40. All right, let's go to the Russell 2000. These are the small caps. Down $1.25 at 249.09. Look at this candle. Here, it's a little different. I have to go a little bit above the candle because it's still upside. Look at that 9-period moving average, how strong it is. So I'm going to go a little bit above, and I'm going to go to the 9-period exponential moving average. I'm just making it a little bit different to what I normally do. So that says you've got 254 on the upside as resistance, and the support level is at 246, right? I want to explain a couple of things, but let me just show you this right now while I'm thinking about it. So I have many techniques, not many. I have dozens and dozens of proprietary techniques, which are now that most of them are out in the open. They're not proprietary in the sense that people don't know about it. But I mean, I built these techniques. So this is a Chapman wave where it's an automatic resistance is actually called Chapman wave projections. This is what the late Herb Brun did for me. And they show you that the upside, 46,562 was the highest level of the automated resistance levels. And we have gone to 47,049. We went above it. And below we have a whole bunch, but this red one is one of the only ones at 45,267. And our low so far has been 45,452. Okay. So look at that. Now look at the S&P. Look at that chunk of resistance levels, and we've got a couple here at 65.69 and 65.01. And the low so far is 65.50. So I respect these things because they've worked so well. But look how they were resistance levels, and then the price kept going higher, but it did stop at the resistance level. And that made it pertinent. And look at the cluster of resistance levels on the upside, but you've only got one support at 591.46, and we've already been to 589.05. Okay, let's go to the IWM. This is a little different. Why? Because it snuck its head above the 240. What was it? 248.74 automated resistance level. It went all the way to 51.26, and now it's pulling back a little bit, and you've only got one at 237.06 support level, all the way down to 231.32. The least number of support levels, the greater the chances are that it's going to come down towards that, and the greater number of resistance levels, it means even if it pops above it, it has to spike sharply above to hold. Otherwise, that still becomes a resistance level. So I'm just saying I'm a little cautious here. Yes, we've got some stocks that have done absolutely fabulously, all-time highs. I'm watching this because, one, that's a very big clue to me is Iran. That's this is the Iran Limited ordinary shares, Iris Energy Limited, it was called once upon a time. Next generation data centers, renewable energy GPUs. This area was just unbelievable. And I just suddenly started to stall a little bit. Yes, it made an all-time high yesterday, but I'm watching this closely together with Robinhood. And these to me are all market clues. That's all. That we're getting kind of toppy here. Look, Robinhood, we're along, I ran from the 22s, and it made an all-time high up in the 70 area. We were along Robinhood from 16, but we got not that much left because we've taken off on the way up. 153.86 was the all-time high on the 6th of October. 153 was a round number opening, and that always is a clue to say, oh, be careful, because if you start pulling back from there, that's going to be a big resistance. And here we are, but the 9 is still over the 14. But I'm anticipating that it's going to bump into a bit of resistance. And why? Because look, Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just been ugly. Eiffel Tower, straight up, looks like an uppercase A. Whoosh! It goes from the 109,000 area to 127,240, all-time high on the 6th of October. Whoosh! It comes down. It went up in one single leg. It came down. It's already trough A, trough B, trough C. It's on its leg D. It's going to try to find support right here at 109,225. If it takes that out, the next level of support is 108,590. And after that, it is, whoa, not lights out, but it's going to be a big problem. We are still long our position, and let's see, question. Basil, do you think we get leg D and QQQ next week? And then maybe some pullback? All right, let's go to the QQQ for the weekly chart. Wait, what was that me? So peak G's, very often I say, always put G/C when you get to a G, because often the price pulls back and then it has one pop to the upside, and then you got to be careful. We saw that in gold. We saw that in CDE, core mining. Went to G/C and then popped to a D. It's still acting very well. I'll talk about when we get back. Dow's only up 16 now. S&P's up 10.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
So let's just got to cut these questions. Let me get to the questions. Then I've got a couple of notes here that I think I'm going to read. Usually I don't read these, but it's just kind of fun. So first question was the QQQ. Is that 1, 2, 3? QQQ, I've got it as a peak C if there's no new high today. So is there going to be a D? Yes, I believe there will be a D. Will it be in this particular phase right now? Well, we are so close, and there's still residual buying coming in, and we don't have this bad news. I mean, the tariff, the wolf, at a certain point, the tariff thing is going to wear thin. So it has to be something else. Maybe in a week or so. When is it, next week? When do we have the Fed come out? I think it's very soon. Maybe that's it, because if you're looking at the TLT, I don't know what they can say, because the market's done the job for them. So it's already in the daily chart, the TLT is at a leg C. The weekly chart's at a leg E. That means the TBT is coming down, like the arch pattern that we said was a good chance that it would roll over. And the 32.06 is the weekly 200 period moving average. So I don't know where the bad news it will be. But anyway, let's just look at the chart and say, we don't know about bad news. We just know about the chart. And the QQQ, that's the NDX 100 trading vehicle, it's in the middle now, drew the rectangle. There's still 9 period moving average. Look at the price for 4 sessions. The price has been decisively way below the 14-period moving average. It's actually closed there a couple of times. But look what happened. It springs back. That, to me, is one of my techniques that I developed, and I can't fight it. I'm just saying that is a very good sign. Even though the MACD is weak, the retro strength is weak, the stochastic's way below 80% at 45%, the on-balance volume is weak, there's just enough residual strength to try to make a nominal new high, maybe not this week, but next week. So that's a question, and that's an answer that, yes, it could, as long as it doesn't, if it breaks, it's at 605, right, 0.86 right now. As long as it doesn't close in this candle right here below 599 in the next couple of days, I'd say there's a chance that it could just have one more pop to the upside, and then we've got to be careful. I hope that helps you. So now let me go back to, so that's the question for the QQQ. Next question came in the Tiger YouTube. Basil, for the ETH, can you confirm the weekly chart show the peak C, that's that phantom C that I used. Please confirm 721 is not a peak that I believe you had as a peak in the weekend video. Yeah, so actually, so just talking about my work, every Friday, sometimes it's Saturday. I used to have it Saturday before a long time now. I've had it on Friday afternoon, straight after the market closes. I have a video. It is really a video, but I could have that as a general public webinar, because I go through in detail the Chapman methodology, what we're expecting, why we're expecting it, etc., plus what stocks and areas are looking good, what are not good. And I did change my format. I took away a chart of the diamonds the Dow diamonds that I used to always put for decades now. I've had it on the left side, and then I have my traders corner. That's where all the positions are. I took that away because yesterday Comcast was down for 5 hours. I have an alternate Verizon card, which I left somewhere and I haven't been able to pick it up. And I needed it yesterday. I could have possibly have used that. But thank goodness I didn't have personally any trades on anything like that. I was able to sit back and just wait. I couldn't do my show. But right at 11 o'clock when my show finishes, so Comcast came back. It was out from maybe earlier than 6 o'clock in the morning, so that's 5 hours. So they've been pretty reliable as far as I'm concerned. I still use them, but I have to tell you that that was frustrating. All right, because of that, I already started to change my formula on today's Thursday, Wednesday. On Tuesday night, I said, maybe I need room, I need space. So I took away that diamond chart, and I just had, let's see if I got it right here. I just had this. I'll show it to you because, right like this. So just a full page, right? The opening paragraph has a summation of everything that we're looking at, just one or two lines, just briefly sums up where we are, etc. And then all the positions, 15 particular slots, and what we have in each one. All right, so within that context, I asked the subscribers today, how did they like it? It gives them more room. It's a little bit easier to read. And I've had a number of responses, positive responses. Let's see, one that I got was, let me just see if this is it. Yeah, I personally prefer the size magnification. It is really fascinating. Okay, he goes on there. It is kind of interesting. Okay, you're definitely one of the best teachers over my entire lifetime. Thanks, Larry. Larry, I appreciate that. That's great to hear. Then another one just came in, and there were one or two others, and then another one came in from a subscriber who's been a subscriber, I think, maybe for 20 years, maybe more. We've done all my courses, etc. It says, Basil, like your idea of expanding the data on your post by eliminating the Dow chart. More space in the newsletter provides us more of your market insight and Chapman data. Keep up the good work you do for we subscribers. Nick. Thank you so much, Nick. I always appreciate it. Love to hear from you. And so Nick was one of those people I actually visited when I was doing something in New York, visiting a client some time ago, and he took me around. He used to do some fantastic work. He did the stage work for all those Broadway shows. So he was an engineer that did all the platforming and everything. Can you imagine what goes on? It is unbelievable when you see when you change the stage and you flip something around. It's just incredible. Actually, talking about incredible, saw something last night, and it involved the firemen that were involved in a terrible fire in an old age home. It was in a home for elderly people here in the Boston area, and I think 10 or 11 people died. And these firemen, ever since 9/11, and I mentioned this many times on my show, I said, can you believe, as everybody is just racing out, you have these people with the courage, the gumption, the stamina, the wherewithal, the integrity, running up the stairs when everybody is running down the stairs. I get a chill as I'm talking about it now. What admiration. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. It's very important. I like to get off on a tangent because it allows me to think a little bit freely. So now we go back to the QQQ. So this is now running a little bit more, and you can see it's got some upside potential. Not terribly strong, but it's acting well. Next question was about the ETH. So let me go to the ETH. And the question was, am I going to use this particular technique that I developed a long time ago? Well, I call it the phantom peak, but it's only under specific conditions. You can't change your methodology. You can't form fit for every single situation, but you can say, under these conditions, this is an alternate. Instead of using Formula A, you're going to go to Formula B, but it is part of your methodology. And I am still going to use that peak that was made in ETH July, the week of the 21st, at 35.41, and the next week the high was 36.41. The next week it was 36.45 as a phantom peak. And look at that peak D. If you're still waiting for C, you're in a digestive phase. I'll be back. Basil Chapman, Dow's up 41.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
So yeah, look, here's the weekly chart of ETH. It's Ethereum, and we're looking at the weekly chart. So I did the same. I forgot all about it. I did exactly the same thing. So this is for WH in the Tiger YouTube. I used on the week of the 11th. The week of the 15th of November, I used the 31.90 high that went to the 32 round number high the following week as a phantom peak. And look what happened. We got to a peak D, and I learned this the hard way. Let me tell you, a lot of these techniques that I show, they cost a bundle to the learning. Remember, I always talk about the School of Hard Knocks. Then you go to the Graduate School of Hard Knocks. Doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how many tens of thousands of trades you've put on your life. You then go to the Graduate School of Hard Knocks. And then you go to the Postgraduate School of Hard Knocks. It never ends because you're always learning the market, because you are going against millions and millions of entries every single second of the day. In all these different stocks, all these positions, and you have to do your own analysis. I found that if I use the phantom peak, it gets me, look, here I would have been at a C, and I'd still be waiting today because I'd have to wait for this breakout right here on the week of the August the 25th. August the week of the 15th, 2025. Not 24 anymore, but 25 to get your D. This worked out fantastically for us because we have the Bitcoin and we're using the same particular patterns, right? So that went to a D, and then it pulled back, and then I said Chapman Wave Cup and Ladle should go to a D, because the moment you snap through a former peak on the left side, that's like a D, E, or F, a major peak, it says you can go to a D. And that D says you are then going to come back and test the breakout lip on the left side. That's the week of the 20th of December of 2024 at 30.78. Lo and behold, I used the phantom peak and we went to the phantom D. It's not a real D. That should be a C. Same thing. Or it should be a continuation pattern, but you can't because you took out the starting point right there from August, the week of the 9th of August of 2024. Once you go below 20.60, you've eliminated. That's it. You've canceled out any buy signal or buy mode. Now you're fresh. That's a brand new. So this, to me, has worked beautifully. So yeah, you'd still be waiting for your D. This way we meant cautious. We pulled out a little bit more of our Bitcoin, even though this is Ethereum. Look, Bitcoin has the same chart, BTC. Look. Whoops, there, it's a little bit longer. Finally, this one did go to a D right there into the Chapman Wave inside resistance track. Look, that's the inside repellent zone, right? And we've pulled back. So I'm just very cautious on Bitcoin right now. Now everybody's saying, oh, now it's ready to spiral up. Maybe it is. My charts are not saying that right now. It did go to the Chapman Wave inside track propellant zone. It went under it, and now it's on it. So we're watching this very closely. So I hope that helps you. I'm calling it for now, ETH, right here, a peak D, and it's pulling back using my technique. If it goes higher in this particular phase, if it goes 1 penny higher than the high of the 22nd of August, which is 45 weekly chart, 45.79, it goes to 45.80. I move this over, say, there's your D, and that was a legitimate C. But look how what it's done for us. So that's all I can do. What I am going to say is if Grayscale Ethereum closes on a weekly basis on this trend line, if it closes under 34.50, that's a real problem. I hope that helps you. All right? We did that. What's a phantom peak? Oh. What do I determine what a phantom peak is? It is if, when it makes that peak right there, or it hasn't made the peak, but it's within pennies. It can't be like, in this case, you're trading at 35 bucks. It can't be, go from 36.41 to 37.41. There's no way I could call that. It has to do that. And at the same time, one of my techniques is that if a technical tool corresponds exactly like the on-balance volume did and pull back from that moment, it confirms that it could have gone to a D, it could have gone high. It never did. So this could be called the phantom peak. It has to be so close that you have to have some other technique confirm that penny or two away really looked like a D. Or in this case, it was a continuation C, but it should have pulled back 1 penny to give you 36.41 to 36.40. 1 penny lower would have made a peak C. I'll go over that again when I have other charts, but in this case, it worked twice, and it's done it again, and it's only a leg A to the upside, but you can't really count that because it came in late. If you look at Bitcoin, look at this cup, look at that handle formation, and then it went higher, and I use this. Oh, this is the one now. We got in right here in the Bitcoin in the handle formation. So if you look at IBIT, it is inconclusive because it's an unfulfilled in its own way. Look, we went along right there. In its own way, it's in a leg E. Could even be an instant restart, but at the same time, the real chart is the Bitcoin chart. Okay, done with that. Next question came in sound, S-O-N. Yeah, this is in the category that I've got right here that says in this particular phase, if there is a pullback, and I need to see the semiconductors really pull back to confirm that, then what I'd be looking at is I'd be saying these single-digit stocks, I named a whole bunch of them this morning, they're the ones that still seem to have strength as a theme. You remember, if you can get a theme, SoundHound, how many times have I checked this out and I can never remember what it is? Let me just do this quickly. I have to get out of that. Okay, it's fine. I'll get out of that. No, I'll do it over here. Check out, so I'll type in SoundHound does. Okay, SoundHound, come on, whatever. Oh, SoundHound was trading. I'm not interested in trading. The company develops voice-activated AI platforms and agentic AI software. Okay. So yeah, I like it. This is I've loved it for a long time. We never got in, even when it was in the single digits. I was talking about it. It's acting very well. I've got this as everything about this suggests it's not an F, it's an F/C, and I'm leaning towards a C in the daily chart. Right? I can do that because the 9-period moving average after that peak D never went negative at all. So there's still strong internal support. I like it. I would say that 20 to 19.50 is key support short term, but it looks like it wants to go to the 23s. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's up 92 right now.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019. finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Yes, agentic means refers to artificial intelligence systems that function as autonomous agents. So yeah, interesting. So I like this very much, Soundhound. The left side high that I'm really looking for, let me just show you the weekly chart. Did have a potential for Chapman instant restart. That's where within 3 bars after peak D, you make it a higher high. So the high that was made back at 24, hey, what's going on? At 24.98. This is a weekly chart. The week of the 27th of December 2024, then went plunging down to the 200 period moving average. Remember, 200 period. I think tomorrow I'm going to have a live session open to anybody. The first 3 people that send me a note on what they would like to look at. We'll look at the E-mini as well, but anything we'll look at live tomorrow. Send me a note, Basil Chapman at TFNN.com, and hopefully I get it because sometimes it doesn't come through, but check it out and I'll see. So the first, when you get to it, 200 period moving average, if you bounce off it 4 times, there's a weekly chart, 4 weeks. When you move up, it's very strong. Let's just see what the E-mini is doing. It was turning up very nicely earlier on. Yes. So this is, look, there it is. So it went to the 200 period moving average in the 5-minute chart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then it moved up very sharply. And look at the 10-minute chart. That was, in fact, the support right there at the 200 period moving average. And look at this, the way it used the 200 period moving average at 9 o'clock last night to keep bouncing off. And then finally it took off. And then this morning, after hitting a high of, 67.50, was it? 67.46. That was at 8:50, about 10 minutes to 9. It plunged down to where the 200 period moving average. And this is now leg A because it took out the starting point over there. So this is a brand new. This is very positive. It should go higher most of the day. Geez, talking about higher. Let's just see if my IREN. Remember, I said there's internal buying coming in, but it has pulled back, and a lot of these things have had a single. Yeah, there it is. So IREN went down from. Open at 60. It opens at 68.94. That was the high. Then it plunges down. I mean, plunge meaning 68. Almost 69, right? Down to 62. I would say 6.5 points that's a 10%, more than 10% pullback. And now look where it is, only down $1.37. Buying keeps wanting to come in. And that's why I'm saying that I think we're in a very choppy sideways move within a rectangle. We haven't finished quite with the upside before we start to test the downside again. And that's really positive. But there are certain signs of saying getting a little stretched in some areas. And as I say, Robinhood was in one of those areas. Now, I needed to do this quickly. Back to Soundhound. So the Soundhound, I say, has a target of that previous high that was at 20. Well, darn, I just did it, right? It was at 24.98, I think it was. So 25 would be the target on the upside. This is a gray leg B underneath that previous D because the starting point was way down here in December of 2022. It's 0.93. These are stocks. I mean, it's 0.93 to 21 in a couple of years. Now look at this. You've gone to that D. This is called a gray B because it's under the previous high. Nothing wrong with that. It's descriptive, right? So it's a gray B. This could have started a brand new buy, peak A, peak B, then C and D. But the moment it goes above by 1 penny, 24.98 goes to 24.99 in this move, then I put if it's still this move, it's E/B. Why? I just want to clarify that the 9-period moving average never went negative. This could be just a continuation pattern. It's just explanation. It's like one visual, quick visual, and you get a whole picture. Like this yellow rectangle, this yellow circle, oval circle. Immediately you say, aha, instant restart. You don't have to do anything about it, but in the back of your mind you say, hey, this could be a brand new E/A, F/B, G/C, and I'll put in G/C. All right, that's Chapman wave methodology. Next question is, where did it go? Oops. I need to move quickly now. Sound, I did that. I did explain that. Next question. QBTS, is that a question? I don't know if it is. I'm just going to put it in here because I follow QBTS. Remember, every one of the notations you see here, I wish was automated like Steve does. I have not done the automation yet. I'm trying to work on it. It's a challenge because it's of those alternate counts. Sometimes in programming, if you turn an alternate count, it could become a major thing when in fact it's just purely subsidiary. How do you make it foreground or background? And that's kind of what I'm learning. So QBTS, peak F right now is pulling back 2.15 at 42.63, made an all-time high. This is D-Wave quantum computing. I never remember the symbol because D-Wave, I'm expecting DWAV, but it's not. It's QBTS. So look at this all-time high, 46.75. No round numbers yet. Nope. This is good. This is a leg D in the weekly chart and a leg G/C with that instant restart in the monthly chart. This is great. These things have a lot more to go, but they might be getting a little choppy. Okay, next question was HMY. So HMY, was it HMV? Yeah, HMV was his master's voice. HMY, leg D in the weekly chart, broke out Harmony Gold. So Harmony, South African gold, if I remember correctly, the little mining town we moved to after going from Sea Point in Cape Town, a little suburb of Cape Town, right on the water. It faced Robben Island. That's where Mandela was, not when I was around. But I mean, he was around, but I'm saying he was imprisoned on the island. If you go to that island, you just can't believe how people survive. The sun is so strong. The glare is so strong. There's just nothing there. They used to just take hammers and just like in the old days and beat the rocks. That's all they did. Just terrible. And Mandela was an amazing person there. He taught the other prisoners. He actually, he was a degreed person himself. It was really quite incredible. All right, so we're looking at HMY's Harmony Gold, leg E in the daily chart. Could be an instant restart, all-time high. Is this an all-time high? This goes back decades. So I moved from this beautiful Sea Point. We moved to this little mining town near Johannesburg. Completely different lifestyle. Yeah, I've got this as a B in the monthly chart. Unbelievable, a B. Harmony Gold, South African miners, and I believe that one of the mines, either there or in the town next door, was part of that whole Vaal Reef conglomerate of mines. My late grandfather had stone crushing business. That's all those stones that they pull out, and then they get crushed at some point in his life. I used to always go past these stone crushers. Okay, here we go. So Harmony is trading at 22.09, up 90. On a day like this, when it's at all-time highs, you don't expect it to move 4%. Yesterday it was even bigger. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. What it's done now is turn this whole 18.77 high of the week of the 18th of April of this year into major support. So that's what I'd be looking at, looking out on any pullback in this year if it suddenly starts to pull back. I like it very much. I'll be back in a moment. Dow is up 76, S&P's up 24.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, we're back. So I remember I was talking about the instant restart. Very often the instant restarts just keeps going up. The 9-period moving average is great and it just holds. It goes all the way to what could be a G. But then I always say, keep in mind you want to put a G/C there, because often, not often, very often, it gets a pullback and then it suddenly goes to the D. We just saw that in core mining, CD, which we are still long, from the 7s, and now it is at the 22s. Look, TGB, Taseko Mines, G/C. I said, watch this. And in fact, I was about to go long for subscribers just as a trade. And I thought, I don't like the way the stochastic's starting to pull back. So it did pop to where? D. It goes to D at about 4.84. And what happens? It starts to pull back, makes the dreaded H, and it pulls back. And where is it now? At 4.14. Doesn't sound like much, but wait a minute. That's a big percentage, right? So I'd say hold off. I didn't like the way copper was acting the other day. So I said, no, we're not going to do anything with it. I would say that if it holds 379 over the next 3-4 days, that's good. But I want to see it quickly go to 440. The TGB is a symbol. So I got that out the way. Yes, the next question was, so HMY, just you're sitting on your hands, sitting on your hands. Sitting on your hands is a technique. It goes under S in the technical book, sitting on your hands. And it's really important. Sometimes you just want to do that. And let me just quickly, do I have any others? A question, oh, Steve, definitely with his choice, and he won't be able to do. Oh, shame. Steve just noted Steve is having technical difficulties and can't do so. I'll do the 11 o'clock. Yes, Al, I'll do the 11 o'clock update. So with that said, we're about to wrap it up. Tomorrow, live, not live trading, live Chapman wave analysis. We'll first 2 or 3 people that send me a note to Basil Chapman at TFNN.com. Those are the charts we'll do, but plus I'll do live EM, E-minis and gold, just whatever it is. We'll use that hour and we'll do all these techniques. Look at the 200 period moving average.